When state lawmakers headed home for the summer last night, they left a lot of things undone, including the state budget, which is a big one. Some other big issues like hemp and the DMV are also hanging in limbo. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie joining us live from the state legislative building with what they did and did not accomplish. Laura.
Dan, session's been going on for 6 months here, and state lawmakers have very little to show for it. Even though Republicans are in charge of both the House and the Senate, this has been one of the least productive years in recent memory. A lot of the bills that they have passed have been bills on culture war issues like immigration, gun rights, and DEI. State lawmakers can point to 4 major accomplishments so far this session: the foster care system overhaul, restrictions on cell phones in classrooms, and 2 Helene relief packages. But there's no state budget, no THC regulation, no DMV overhaul. Those have all stalled. At this point in 2023, state lawmakers had enacted 176 pieces of legislation. So far this year, they've enacted just 26, with another 34 on the governor's desk and 3 vetoes to date.
I'm satisfied that we've gotten done what we could reach agreement on.
Senate Leader Phil Berger says it has not been unproductive. He said session isn't over yet. They could pass more bills in the next few months.
I really think that numbers of bills as the sole metric as to whether or not the session has moved a certain number of things really is not good.
I mean, that is the most ridiculous thing that I've heard in quite a while, and that's saying a lot coming out of this chamber.
Senate Minority Leader Sidney Batch said nothing's getting done because Republican House and Senate leaders are not getting along. She says they've spent plenty of time on culture war issues like gun rights, immigration, the Pledge of Allegiance, DEI, and gender definition. Batch says that shows you where leaders' priorities are.
But we can't actually get a budget to try and figure out how we can keep teachers in the classroom, where we can fix all of the issues that we have systemically across the state with regards to infrastructure.
They couldn't even come to agreement yesterday on the resolution to adjourn. So we don't even know at this point when they're coming back or what they plan to do when they get here. One likely priority will be veto overrides. We just learned within the hour that Governor Josh Stein has vetoed a 4th bill they sent him. Laura Leslie, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
All right, Laura, thank you. So we want to also tell you about some new rules protecting puppy mills and how it even got into the legislature. So North Carolina lawmakers actually snuck this into a House bill that makes it easier to evict squatters. So an entirely different topic altogether. And this is the kind of thing that just makes people scratch their heads when it comes to how lawmakers operate sometimes. Now, the bill also bans cities and counties from doing anything to restrict pet stores. Activists have recently pushed Raleigh and some other cities to ban stores associated with puppy mills. Debate, though, turned feisty, you could say, at the legislature today. Some criticized puppy mills. Others said if this deal is what it takes to crack down on squatters, then it's worth it.
Born with defects, suffering from respiratory issues, parasites, overcrowded cages, improper veterinary care. And so this is a terrible situation.
This is about people coming in, taking over your property, staying in your property for months at a time, and you can't get them out. So I'm going to vote for this bill, and I'll worry about the pet later.
I mean, is that something else, isn't it? So if you agree with the squad, it's just this is what they do sometimes when they put that stuff in there. The bill is now on Governor Josh Stein's desk. You can tune in at 5:30 when WRAL's NC Capitol team will break down this entire debate, squatters and pets. Still to